Please also welcome our home team dressed in white, the North York Hammer Heights Heavens 11 Warriors. Introducing the lineups for today's Ontario Indoor Cup Final, starting with the visiting team, Thunder Bay Chill. Number 1, Alex Encartier. Number 3, Luca Ladouceur. Number 13, Gerald Marshall. Number 14, Andrew Keesing. Number 22, Jack Madeline Rucola. Number 23, Matteo Fiosa. Number 24, Preston Popovich. And number 27, Alexander Oyosa. The coach, Severe Lento. And now introducing the home team, North York Hammer Heights Heavens 11 Warriors. Number 11, Alistair Johnson. Number 8, Andrew Moore. Number 17, Anthony Villacruz. Number 81, Dante Salazar. Number 4, Eric Eichbaum. Number 1, Johnson Kumana. Number 48, Josiah Amoa. Number 2, Vaughn Stewart. Number 32, Matthew Oyeniku. Number 9, Moses Amenu. Number 23, Nicholas Roberts. Number 6, Nicholas Oyabade. Number 10, Ronald Obo. Number 14, Sean Spinch. Number 7, Winfred Sarpaul. Number 5, Zachary White. And number 18, Royston Rodrigo. The coach, Michael Book. And now introducing our match official who was appointed for today's Ontario Indoor Cup Final, Ben Cameron. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as the playing of our national anthem. Good luck to both teams.
This is the Thunder Bay team have really traveled with 8 players. A reminder that this is a 6-a-side tournament, 1 goalkeeper and 5 outfield. Whereas North York Heavens 11 have really crowded their squad sheet and are running with a very deep roster. Thunder Bay dressed head to toe in blue, North York head to toe in white. Thunder Bay will be kicking left to right on your screens, whereas North York for this first half will be kicking from right to left. A reminder of the format, it is 2 25-minute halves, around 5 minutes at halftime. There are kick-ins rather than throw-ins, which may take some adjustment. As North York get us rolling, keeping hold of the ball nicely to begin with. A searching crossfield ball cut out. But the second ball nicely won by Obo in defense there as he moves that one forward. And a free kick given away by Andrew Lure on the Thunder Bay defender. Referee Cameron indicating it for a high elbow. That ball up the middle, cut out, unable to be reined in by Alexandro Iosa. North York really moving this ball nicely. A nice switched pass, breaking across the field of play. Not quite brought down by Anthony Velacrez. Quick note that Toronto FC is proud to support youth soccer in Ontario. Toronto FC are the premier partner of Ontario Soccer, presenting partner of the Ontario Player Development League. Yosa just about able to keep that one going, but Van de Uttala, his ball for Mateo Yosa, not brought down. Again, that switch was searched for, but Kisic was able to cut it out and put a nice ball through for Alexandro Yosa, who was looking to run onto it, but the goalkeeper was alive to it in the North York net. Ajibong moving that one for Obo. Vilacruz with nowhere really to go, but moving that one up the line. The attempted cross blocked at the first attempt. Umana quarterbacking the team. Ajibong just trying to spot the Thunder Bay goalkeeper Alex Sancartier off his line. Just sending that one over. But Sancartier didn't look like he was completely in control of that particular situation. Oh, a great ball over the top for Alex Yosa to chase, but again, Umana alive to that. That looks like it might be a route or an avenue that Thunder Bay would use regularly throughout the course of the game here. If they can get Alexandro Yosa in a foot race against any of these defenders, they would probably back him. Vilacrez left him wide open and tried to hammer that one through. Didn't quite keep that one down. But Thunder Bay caught napping on that corner there, expecting the ball in. It was played short. Again, they might be looking, Sancartier to be looking this one over, playing that one short. A nice little move from Popovic. Coming out on top of that particular physical mismatch. Popovic waving his teammates into the box. But it must be said, the Thunder Bay squad as a whole giving up something of a size disadvantage over the North York team. So those balls into the area, probably not their best avenue of approach. Andrew Lure looking to play that one. Winning a corner for his team's troubles.
Touch.
Nice square ball. As North York keep hold of this thing. Look for opportunities. But the pass for Ajibong just beyond the reach of Wilfred Sapong. Popovic with a lot of time on the ball to turn. And try to find Van den Uttala, but the ball just behind him.
Was dropping, you gotta pick him up.
Let's take a quick minute to say thank you to the Ontario soccer partner Soccer Express for their first class support. As Canada's premier dealer, Soccer Express has everything needed to take your game to the next level. As you keep an eye on these games, as Ajibong looks to move that one up the middle, visit www.soccerx.com. Again with a sharp shot. He's closer than the last time. Closer than the last time. So one could, again, this looks like a regular route for North York. They know if they can just work a little bit of space for Filacres to take those shots on. Sarpong and Lure work it between them. A nice work there from North York. Sarpong received the ball with the back to goal and just played it into Lure's path. The Thunder Bay defense stood off the forward and just invited him and gave him the time and the space to take the shot. He duly obliged, hammering that right down the middle of the goal. Oh, it's a terrific ball for Luca Ladouceur to chase. A little bit of a mix-up there, and he was nearly able to capitalize. His team's instead ending up with a corner. Not a bad ball in, but only really going as far as Filacres. Sarpong really unable to release anybody, but oh, nice little bit of work there from North York as they advance down the field.
Good touch, corner, wide.
Hobo with options, looking up, finds Lure.
Hey, get the middle.
The goal scorer looking to get a ball just fired across the box. Luckily hoping to play a little bit of pinball. Spots Filacres nicely, but the number 17, oh! Initially unable to get the shot off. Couldn't be held. Couldn't be contained, able to work a little bit of space and improvise something and lash that bottom left corner. North York Alma Heights Evans 11 already up 2-0 then in the first half against the Thunder Bay Chill. Referee Cameron wants this kickoff retaken. And Ladouceur obliges. Filacres looking for that ball across for Sarpong. He was able to just about keep it in, but not get it past Marshall. Took one right in the face to keep his team safe. Ajapong with a nice ball for Lure, who shows very quick feet to get away from Marshall. The Thunder Bay defender putting his hand in the forward's back though. As Lure wins a free kick for his team in a dangerous spot. North York will want to keep an eye on for Filacres. Would be able to creep up from the back. Evans 11 asking for their space. Just about kept out by Sankatier, and the ball released all the way up to Mana to field. That's a good read from Popovic, but not able to field it. Ajapong looks for that space and a good advancing run for Filacres. That's a really nice ball. And Lure again with the space. A nice touch to set himself up for the shot, just dragging it wide of from his perspective, the left-hand post. That ball from Ajapong for that run for Filacres right across the field really was a great piece of vision. Yosa back on the field now. Unable to keep hold of this. Lure just about able to sneak past and keep that ball alive. And Sarpong beats his man. Sneaks around the back of Marshall to tuck that one home. And we have a repeat of Christine Sinclair's 185th goal celebration from North York. at 3-0 up, perhaps. That's something I'm sure that will not particularly please the opposition. Giosa this time able to find a bit of space. Humana stayed on his line, but not quite able to beat out Ajapong, who was able to come back and recover the heads-up play from Giosa, looking to get in Van den Uttala, but again, Ajapong alive to it, able to cut it out before the ball made it into the penalty box. Oh, the ball just missed by Marshall. Kept in by Sarpong, but he didn't look like he wanted it on his left. So turning back inside and winning a free kick. I'd like to take a moment to say to mention Circle K. They are proud to support soccer in Ontario and be your celebration headquarters. Circle K, they are a premier partner of Ontario Soccer. Join them after your match. Villacres and Ajapong over this. And that is a terrific curling effort for Villacres. He's really getting his eye in, and you have to think it's probably really only a matter of time before he's able to plant one of those heavy shots into a top corner. Popovic looking for his options. Van den Uttala started the run, didn't finish it. The ball was good. As young Jack apologizes for giving up on that run. Referee Cameron finding himself in the way to Thunder Bay's advantage. Kisic puts that one in. A slight misplay allows Popovic to field it. Kisic for Van den Uttala. Scrapping for it, but Sarpong comes away with the ball. He's got options. But that's good recovery from Kisic. North York get this game going straight away with the short corner routine. Not quite working out for them this time. Sankatier gathers gratefully. Looks for his options. And again, puts that one long for Yosa to chase. Missed by Villacres. But he's able to make up that ground and dispossess Yosa cleanly. And move that ball out of the defensive end. Popovic, though, not allowing an easy passage. Sarpong showing terrific touch to get that one back where he wanted it, onto his right foot. Not a bad attempt from Alistair Johnson. But Sankatier equal to it, watched it the whole way and pushed it out harmlessly for a corner. That one made it all the way through, quite dangerously, but this time North York unable to capitalize immediately. They've worked it out for a shot attempt, but charged down, and you're also looking to break, but again, nothing really sticking for him, nothing really quite working out just yet. Sarpong keeps that one moving. Johnson not quite able to keep that one going, but it finds its way back to White. Popovic alive to that loose touch in the middle of when the ball isn't immediately moved. Wants to press upon that. It almost seems like that's his trigger to press that ball in the middle of the field. On Sports Engine, as Zachary White gets us going, and Johnson takes the shot, but charged down by Marshall. Sports Engine are the official technology partner of Ontario Soccer, the leading provider of sport life management tools for youth and amateur sports. Zumana, long way out of his goal, but seems comfortable doing so. The pass down the line from White, slightly wayward. But check out sportsengine.com. see how they can help keep your club running in stride, both on and off the pitch this season.
Ja. Ja.
Johnson able to cut out that ball looking for Yorsa. It's Ladouceur now in a matchup against White. And Yorsa able to win the free kick under the attentions of Johnson. Marshall's over it. He's looking for his options. He's not entirely sure where to go with it. Instead of shooting it straight down the middle, possibly hoping for a rebound, but Umana gathers quite straightforwardly and looks to play that one straight up. He also bundles his way past Johnson and finds himself in, oh my goodness, a 3-on-1 opportunity. The ball rolled across the face of the goal for Ladouceur was absolutely the right option. Played to perfection, but the young Thunder Bay forward just lost his head for a second there and wasn't able to make clean contact, instead screwing that ball wide of the left-hand post. Thunder Bay likely pretty upset that they weren't able to... Oh no! And again, just end-to-end stuff here. The ball came right up the other end from North York with good combination play, ending up with a good look for Dante Salazar. His initial shot was saved by Sankatier, but it ended up at the feet of Johnson, who took a shot on net. With the prone Thunder Bay goalkeeper was still able to make a save and stop the ball going into the net and keep the game at 3-0. This is likely the longest period we've had without a goal in the game. So 7 minutes left in the first half. Salazar not quite able to keep that one in. The game today, of course, being played at the Ontario Soccer Centre, and it's home to everything from national championships to the Ontario Indoor Cup, which is obviously what we have today. But it's where champions are made. Good play under pressure for Sankatier as Popovic looks for runs and is able to find Marshall square. Marshall tries to force his way through, but good defensive work ultimately means his attempt was stymied. Salazar will play that one across for Johnson. White surveys his options. That's pretty good work from North York to keep that ball moving. If you and your champions, just getting back to the Soccer Centre, would like to rent field time, please call 905-265-TURF for availability. Luca playing that one long, but Umana once again out of his net, ready to field anything. Manning really running things in the middle of the field, but dispossessed by Popovic. For a few changes. As Yorsa looks to move. That's a nice little touch from Van Ottela. Looks to play in Yorsa. With very nice feet from young Jack to move inside him, move inside his attacker. Umana gets us restarted. Zach White looking for options. That ball down the middle, not quite kept in. But a slightly harem-scarum advance down the field from Andrew Kizic. Keeps that ball loose. He'll come back to get us restarted. Kizic nowhere really to go. The ball bouncing fortuitously for Popovic to chase. Kisic making that run up the far side. Well spotted by Popovic. An ambitious attempt from the young Thunder Bay defender, but he had the time to take the touch, but opted to take it first time. North York again unhurried in their approach, but a loose touch from Amoa puts Zach White under a bit of pressure. Thunder Bay get us restarted. Oh, and the ball in for Yossa was well found and very nicely laid off for Popovic. The two North York players charging that down. One of them adjudged to have used their hands. Actually, it was really nice work. The arrowed ball in for Yossa into his feet and laid off for Popovic to take the shot. Referee Cameron demands the yards. Zach White calling for help in the wall. Oh my word! Laid off for Kisic to run onto. And again, the wall doing its job, but only just the ball screwing off the feet of Zach White, spinning nearly into the top corner. A nice routine. Oh, and the ball looking for the run of Kisic, but not quite finding him. Mateo Yossa this time putting Roberts' breakaway attempt to bed pretty quickly on. Oh, the ball for Amoa is a nice one, but not quite able to be kept in. Ball back for Saint Cartier. And charged down. Mateo Yossa with no real time. That one looking right up the middle, but kind of evading all players. However, Popovic able to get to the loose ball here, trying to beat Zach White for pace down the side, but the North York defender able to harry that ball out of play. Popovic lets Van den Ottela take the kick in, which seems to be the best opportunity, as Popovic has a height advantage over his defender. Amoa just about scooping that one out before Popovic was able to get to it, and then the attempted shot by Kisic just over the bar. That one kept in play, but Popovic keeps it is able to bring it in. Oh, that cutout missed. Yossa is able to just about keep that ball alive, and Popovic just makes his way past, but looks to roll that ball in for Yossa. Just about cut out by Zach White. Kisic seeing an opportunity for a long-range shot. Again, unfortunately, doesn't quite make it, unfortunately for Thunder Bay. Umana seems very comfortable in possession, or very comfortable with his feet on the ball. These loose balls now from North York really hurting them a little in the middle of the field. Thunder Bay able to get back into this game. Certainly in terms of possession and chances. Not quite in terms of the score just yet. That's good work from Van den Ottela. And then excellent work from Popovic to play in Yossa, who looked to have like a good opportunity in front of him. Took it onto what could only be assumed to be his weaker left foot. It was a good effort, but Umana was more than equal to it. It's actually a really good save, diving to his left, beating it out for a corner. The ball comes into the near post, and it's there! It's there for Thunder Bay. They're clawing back within two goals rather, 3-1. The corner fired in at the near post, wasn't particularly well dealt with. Right at the death, right Hello everybody and welcome back to the second half of the Under-13 Boys Ontario Indoor Cup Final here at the Ontario Soccer Centre. We've got a bit of a game in front of us. North York had run out to a quick 3-0 lead, but Thunder Bay Chill found themselves playing their way into the game towards the end of the first half, and pretty much with the last kick of the first half got themselves a goal to bring the scores a little bit closer to 3-1. Also a quick note, apologies for the mispronunciation for the second goal scorer for North York. Certainly not Villacres, but Villacres. As Thunder Bay get us underway, winning a kick in high up the pitch. And Yosa looks for his options. Popovic moving nicely, looking for that, but he looks past him. Kisic unable to make any real kind of like meaningful connection. And Sankatier is a long way out of his net, but Lua not able to beat him. The Thunder Bay keeper needs to look alive because that ball was played in sharply. And again, Thunder Bay looking for those matchups of Yosa against the single defender as they would back his pace every single time. Ajapong this time alive to it, along with Umano. Umano, the North York goalkeeper, to his credit, has been very alive to anything that's been played over the top. That's well cut out by Obo. Played forward for Sarpong, who, as mentioned, had a really good first half. Yosa this time on his own against 3 defenders. Not quite able to keep a hold of that one and keep that one alive under the attentions of Ajapong. A fair challenge, but one in an unfortunate position on the field. Popovic battling against Villacres. Referee Cameron unmoved, offering a kick in for North York. Law keeps that one moving. Oh, that's a nice touch from Law to get the space and play that one across. And the clearance unfortunately hit right into the shins of the advancing Villacres, who makes it 4-1 early in the second half. The move from Law was very deft. His defender expected him to go one way, and instead he just spun that past him, found the space and the opportunity, and with these games, there was a lot of players just advancing back towards their own net or crashing the net. It was a real pinball moment. Marshall will be ruining his unfortunate clearance, as mentioned, into the advancing Villacres. That's his second on the game. And Lua again showing great feet, great vision to spot the gaps to drive into with the ball at his feet. Lua touches that one for Ajapong. The Thunder Bay alive to it. Yeah. The ball put long for Yosa, backing into Ajapong. Very calmly plays that one for Umana. And that one over the top missed by Marshall. And Lua brought down, claiming hands in the back. Sarpong looking for options. North York seem a little 6s and 7s really with what they want to do, but they find the time. Ask referee Cameron for the space. Looks like they'll be setting up Villacres for his... They move that one out wide, and he had the opportunity, but the ball didn't quite sit for the shot. Oh, and he's able to just... Oh, and I have to say, that's terrific work. The initial header was not quite right. I'd say Dancer jig in the corner of the field to celebrate extending their lead to 5-1. The initial header looked to be just about screwing wide. It was it looked like it wasn't going in. A Thunder Bay perhaps rested on their laurels and hoped that that would be the case, but Villaca was able to, was alive to it, dashed back over to it, snuck that one in, and Yosa doing terrifically to dispossess Ajabong with the ball back up from the back for Salazar to chase. Wasn't bad either. Just beyond the reach of the North York forward, however. So we have a 5-1 game. North York now firmly reasserting control after Thunder Bay had managed to get themselves back into the game and in the dying embers of the first half. Umana beats that initial press. That's a nice touch inside and a good find. Villaca just powers his way through and it gets a good left foot shot off, but that's a terrific save from Sankatier. And Villaca's now just having fun out here. Salazar does the sensible thing, keeps hold of the ball. Ajabong fancies a go himself. Lets loose on that left foot. Subsequently replaced by Zach White. Now it has to be said that the last meeting between these two teams was a 3-2 win for North York. That was in the group stages yesterday. But North York do have goals in their team. Over the course of those 3 games yesterday, they had scored 10 goals. So this 5-goal outburst, not an exception. Kisic looking for the run of Ladouceur behind Zachary White, with the ball rolling harmlessly through to Umana, who takes his time. Nice touch from Salazar. But Kisic not letting that one past as he muscles out the Royston Rodrigo. Popovic, who's been a good presence for Thunder Bay. Able to spot a pass and really play very well in the middle. Van den Uttala maybe a little frustrated there, as Johnson was certainly past him if he hadn't put that foul onto him. White looking for an option. Plays that one for Salazar. Popovic not letting that one pass easily. Nowhere really to go, as Johnson will look to bring that one down the line. Does nicely to keep that one in under the attentions of 2 Thunder Bay players. The ball nicely played across for Salazar, but he's not quite able to rein that one in comfortably. North York doing the sensible thing, keeping hold of this ball. There's no rush for them. Of course, now 4 goals to the good. Luca Ladouceur now with a good opportunity, and it's there! Popovic, as mentioned, had been playing well and found that seam perfectly. Ladouceur, who had missed a good opportunity in the first half, was able to finish that one. Slot that bottom left corner. Umana did get a hand to it, but wasn't able to keep it out. Thunder Bay showing that they too have some goal scoring potential, bringing this one to 5-2. Oh, a nice move from Kisic. Right into that space in the middle of the field. Here's Yosa. Back to Kisic. Back to Yosa, but nowhere really to go. He was forced a little wide. Does win the corner. That's a good rush from the back from Kisic to really keep things moving. And he noticed that there was space there, and just a quick touch was able to find it. The corner from Yosa, though slightly behind all of his his teammates. White finds Lure, who's joined us back on the field. Johnson keeps it moving, has the open man, but just about misfielded there by Roberts. Sankatier has Ladouceur in a 1v1 opposition, but Zach White, who, to his credit, has been very solid in meeting those long balls through. Oh, and the ball squirted through there. Sankatier does well to deny Rodrigo initially. Roberts was there, and you would have bet your house on him sweeping in the rebound into the empty net, but the attentions of the Thunder Bay defense just too much for him to really get a composed shot away. And for now, we are stuck at 5-2. Well, the ball from Sankatier nearly cut out by Rodrigo and just about making it through there. Played short for Johnson, whose attempted shot is rushed somewhat, and he's through the shot before the ball really ended up with him. Mateo Yosa thought he had kept that one in. Lure again showing very quick feet, nice body feints, able to find the space, but his ball this time not a good one. And Johnson is able to dispossess Kisic as he looks to come away with it. Oh, Kisic looking to release Yosa, but the two Thunder Bay players not quite on the same wavelength with that one. Sankatier with a nice ball into space for Popovic to place, to chase. White watches it the whole way and does terrifically to muscle out the bigger man and win the kick in for his team. Umano, a little bit of a loose touch. But again, good work from White to get that ball down the line. Mateo Yosa brings that one up for Alessandro Yosa. His ball back for Popovic was a good one, but Popovic again with a nice ball across for Van den Uttala. His kick-in was charged down pretty early on. It's a good opportunity for Thunder Bay, and that one's made it all the way through. And Thunder Bay will claim a corner from that. Missed by everybody, dropped right into the middle of the penalty area. He also was slightly ahead of it, but Villakas had to act quickly. That one has released Roberts down the left-hand side. His ball, though, definitely blocked out by Mateo Yosa. I think that's the first loose touch we've seen from Lure all game, but he's still able to recover and keep hold of that ball. Surveying his options. Moves that one back to Umana. Keeps it moving to Ajapong. Again, Lure with a lot of time and space on his own on this side now. A terrific ball for Roberts to meet first time. That was a really beautifully flighted ball. But the North York forward not quite able to do anything with it. Actually came onto it maybe a little early. Oh, but that's a nice ball across the box from Roberts too. Sensible stuff again. Keeping all of this resetting, keeping that ball moving. Ajapong had options to his left, opted to take the shot instead. Marshall finds himself with nowhere really to go with the ball. Alessandro Yosa has had a whole game of just chasing lost causes and is looking perhaps a little leggy out there. Thunder Bay caught sleeping. Villacaras looks to get around the outside of Mateo Llosa, who's able to force that one out. Oh, and then Villacaras is able to really just kind of walk his way in there. He's constantly finding space. He's constantly moving. Clearly capable with both feet of causing trouble, letting off shots. Sancatier asking for movement from his team, asking for some options from his forwards. And the long ball not quite able to be kept in by Ladouceur. Oh, and a clip of the ankles there on Oyobade. Oh, and again, Derek Adjepong fancies himself. Fancies a go from that far out, but met by Sancatier nicely. And oh, but that's very, very well worked for Adjepong to get a better opportunity closer to the net. Charged down this time by Marshall, or Ladouceur, with a loose back pass for Sarpong to get onto. Sarpong now nowhere really to go. Wriggles his way free, fires that one across for Obo. Looks to get around Mateo Llosa. Didn't fancy it on his left. Able to keep hold of it and win a kick in for his team. We've got just over 8 minutes left. A reminder that the score does currently sit at 5-2 for North York. Thunder Bay looking to move that one quickly down the line, where they had a 2-on-1 opportunity with Llosa and Ladouceur, but Obo able to block that before it got too far. While the crossfield ball for Marshall to chase isn't a bad one, but just beyond the reach of the advancing defender. Mana looking for options. Finds Sarpong right in the middle. Popovic there though. And a judge to have dispossessed Sarpong unfairly. Adjepong now, as expected, advancing down that left flank and really fancying that shot every time on his left foot. Plays that one in short for Obo. Oh, that's charged down nicely for Kisic, and Ladouceur and Kisic have a 2-on-0, but the North York defense is coming back nicely. Oh, and Ladouceur was able to beat two men, but the ball just rolled harmlessly away as Villacaras now advancing down the right, looking for his fourth. Not able to quite get around the other side of that ball. That was a very promising break for Thunder Bay that they unfortunately squandered just with a lack of communication. Ladouceur bundled his way through one challenge, snuck through the next, but the ball, he was looking for the advancing play. Oh, a very neat piece of work from Popovic to dispossess Adjepong there, and now they're, again, Thunder Bay working really hard, finding themselves with these opportunities. Oh, nice work from Adjepong to get away from that lunging challenge, but the ball forward a little loose. Popovic in a lot of space. Sancatier looking for him. But Villacaras is open, aware of that. Does nicely with one touch past the Thunder Bay defender, but Marshall able to come across and make sure that doesn't get any further. Popovic with options, finds Llosa. Llosa looking to get past Johnson. Tries to play that one across. And here's Popovic now. Again, you have to say this is great work from Thunder Bay. They're still playing, they're still fighting to be in this game. Advancing with three men, looking for overloads. As Marshall demonstrates exactly what I'm talking about. Still has the running, still has the legs. They came here with only 8 players for a 6-a-side tournament. Van den Uttala looks to play this one across. And that's not a bad ball. Finds its way to Alessandro Josa. He perhaps was slightly surprised by it making its way all the way across. Wasn't really ready. Didn't have his body in any kind of shape to strike the football. Instead, it just kind of hit him in the midriff. Kind of screwed away for a kick in. Johnson brings that one down the line. Oh, Kisic's ball is maybe a little ambitious for Josa to chase, but does kind of pin North York in right in that far corner. Umana will likely treat this just as another goal kick. He's decided he doesn't want anything to do with it. But Johnson and Umana nearly getting themselves into a bit of trouble under the attentions of Josa. But Zachary White not taking any kind of any risks there. And Marshall alive to that ball though. Kept them in. Not a bad ball for Van den Uttala to really kind of field, but he's not able to bring it down. As Thunder Bay win a free kick against Rodrigo, who's adjudged to have used his elbows. Kisic will take a look at what the field is providing for him. Plays that one short for Josa. Not quite able to bring it in, but it still bounced fortuitously, nearly making its way through to Popovic, who would have been through on net if he would have been able to bring that one in. The Heavens 11 Warriors now with the kick in. Again, 5-2 up, about 3 minutes left in this game. But a similar pattern to what we saw in the first half. Thunder Bay finding themselves working their way into the half. Still working hard, still fighting, still providing a lot in terms of like their odd man rushes. That one was rolling through to Saint-Cartier. Kisic waved him away. Marshall unable to beat the first man, but the ball makes its way back to him, and he slips past Rodrigo. He has an option of Van den Uttala, but now nowhere really for him to go. Oh, but Marshall continued his run really nicely. Johnson was there to cut out that ball across, and really that was a vital intervention from Johnson, as there were 2 Thunder Bay players waiting in the middle of the field. Just under 2 minutes left now. The North York just cheering every action by their players, clearly in jubilant mood. Oh, Josa just able to poke that one through for Popovic. This is a good opportunity now for Thunder Bay, and he slips it through Umana's legs to bring that back to 5-3. A very, very slick finish from Preston Popovic. Just a minute and a half left in this game. Back within 2. And North York will be very... Popovic read that very nicely to beat out Rodrigo. Playing in Josa. Oh, and Johnson again with a great defensive play to make sure that didn't get any further. Josa put that one in. Oh my word! Van den Uttala was all on his own at the back post. It met him right on the forehead. And this could have been made for a very interesting last minute of the game. Spate looking to bring that one in, not quite able to. Thunder Bay will want to get this going as quickly as possible. 30 seconds left in this game. Marshall not able to beat the first man. The referee surely about to say something about the distance. And Thunder Bay perhaps shooting themselves in the foot with that last passage. Took too long getting this ball back alive. Viaca is now back on the field, forcing his way past, but St. Cartier is alive to that loose ball. The North York bench counting that time down. Perhaps encroaching a little earlier than expected, but jubilant scenes in the middle of the field for the North York Armour Heights Heavens 11 Warriors as they run out 5-2 winners over the Thunder Bay Chill.
Congratulations to the North York Armour Heights Heavens 11 Warriors for winning the Under 13 Ontario Indoor Cup. A presentation for both teams will take place in the Canada Room, which is by the restaurant.
Player of the game. I mean, well, everybody from North York played terrific. Everyone from Thunder Bay played terrifically too. They kept that game close, kept going right to the end of the game. But Anthony Viaca was a hat trick today. Really would take the plaudits on my end. I have a brief ceremony now before we get right into the under 13 girls. And I'll leave you for just a second. In between games, a short intermission, and we'll be back soon. Thank you, folks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first appearance for your two provincial champion finalists. Both teams deserve a big round of applause. Well done to both teams. Assisting with the awards presentation and representing Ontario Soccer's special guest, competition management committee member Valdi DeMozio. And to start off now, ladies and gentlemen, let's recognize this year's Ontario Indoor Cup finalists, the Thunder Bay Chill. And I'm going to ask for the coach to introduce the team as they get their collective medals. Way to go, Savvy! If you want to read from here, it's fine as well, yeah.
First of all, congratulations, guys. You guys played well. Two great games.
Good job.
And on our boys, good job, boys. Keep your heads up. All right, you guys played very well. So thank you. Start with the end, Mateo Iosa. Good job, Mateo. Luca Lavisser.
Good job, Luca.
Goalkeeper Alex Sancartier. Good job. Gerald Marshall. Gerald. Jack.
Good job, Jack. Good job, bud.
Andrew. Good job,
Good job, buddy.
Popovich.
Good job, Preston.
Good work, buddy. And Alex.
Good job, Alex. Good job.
Last but not least, certainly the coach of the Thunder Bay.
Good job, Sam.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Thunder Bay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for 2020 Ontario Indoor Cup winners and provincial champions.
So first and foremost, I'd like to thank Thunder Bay for coming out. What an awesome game you guys gave us. We appreciated it. I know someone had to lose in the end. Fortunately, That's what it is, but you guys played an awesome game. You were selected, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'll start off with Captain Zachary. Johnson. Andrew. Winfrey. Nicholas NJ. Ron Stewart. Alistair Johnson. Josiah Amwa. Oyster. Dante Salva. John State. Matthew Oyenico. Anthony Villacrest. Derek Setapong. Ronald Obo. Moses Amanin. And Nicholas, a.k.a. Prince Ejapokis. Henry Madison.
Now I'd just like to ask for the team captain of North York Armor Heights to receive the 2020.
Everybody's got to tap him on the back of his head. Okay, sit down. Let me do it for my. Ready? We're looking here. Okay, now go and tap him on the back of the head. Guys, 5, 2,